And this week's Blizz Pro Weekly, WoW's Refer a Friend gets a little sweeter, Diablo's patch 2.2 burns up the PTR, Overwatch teases a new hero, and data mining hints at Blackrock Mountain in Hearthstone. Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of Blizz Pro Weekly. As always, I am your host, Chris the Beard Arnone. Let's get straight to it and talk some World of Warcraft.
Here's the beef.
So the Recruit a Friend program has a new mount added to its list of rewards, the Cindermane Charger. Now, brief overview for those who are not really aware. If you play World of Warcraft and you decide to recruit a friend, you have the opportunity not only, of course, to play with that friend, but to get some additional rewards along the way. So once you send your friend a referral link to their account, it provides some rewards to you, the refer. So along with 90 days of boosted experience gains when you are partying with that friend, when they pay for their first full month of game time, after of course their initial 30-day free subscription that comes with the game purchase, the referrer earns a free month of World of Warcraft. Pretty cool, right? Well, when the referred friend pays for their second month, you, the referrer, earns a choice of one of several mounts or pets. So now we have a new one. Now, so if you have any friends who haven't played WoW yet, send them an invitation, and hopefully you can get yourself this fire-based mount in-game to show off to your friends who are already playing WoW. Now, lead encounter designer Ian Watcher Hazakostas and community manager Lore took to Twitch to take on some questions from the community about raids and dungeon. And by the way, if you watch this thing, Watcher dropped a ton of science. So, let's just get some of the big items, some of the highlights, if you will. It seems highly likely that the Time Walker Dungeons mechanic might be talked about very soon. Now, for those who are not in the know, the Time Walker Dungeon mechanics basically is the ability to scale older dungeons so that characters at max level can run them without just rolling on through them. Now, this is something that can add a lot of extra gameplay if done correctly, and it looks like we might be seeing this in the game fairly soon. Now, no trolls on Draenor means no troll dungeons in Warlords. Now, this is probably the first expansion ever where we haven't seen a major troll raid or dungeon show up. But fear not, this is the internet. It's fucking full of trolls. We can always find them. Now, looking for raid is easier than heroic dungeons because of who it targets, okay? They came out and said this. That said, they do want dungeons to have a longer shelf life. Basically, LFR might be easier and give better loot than heroics, but if you want people to be able to see the content, you need to make it enticing for people to queue up for it. Now, there are a lot more topics regarding this Q&A, and we have a full transcript on blizzpro.com, and of course, there's a link to it right down in the show notes. Let's talk some Diablo.
Stay a while and listen.
So last week, we talked patch 2.2, how it got data mined, we might be seeing it on the PTR pretty soon, but we were not expecting it this soon. PTR, patch 2.2, has already dropped this week, and with it, a bunch of new stuff that was talked about at BlizzCon. Some of the new changes include health potions gone. In the game, they were replaced with an action bar and a bottomless health potion that will heal you for 60% of your life. Just seems a little more efficient way of handling that, because who the hell ever runs out of potions? It just doesn't happen. A bunch of new legendary and set items are being added to the game and should be available in time for Season 3. Also, 3 new treasure goblins have been added. The Insufferable Miscreant, the Gelatinous Sire, and the Gilded Baron. Right? Cool. A bunch of class changes as well are coming in the game. Now, this is just a small overview of what's coming in patch 2.2, and probably more will be added as we go along. If you want details on what's coming and how it will affect the game, make sure to listen and subscribe to Westmarch Workshop each week as they spend a couple hours breaking things down their podcast right here on our YouTube channel. All right, let's talk some Overwatch.
The world could always use more heroes.
So PAX East is just a week away, and Overwatch is expected to have a really fucking big day at the show. Not only will the game be playable at PAX East, there will also be a Friday morning panel that some of our BlizzPro team members will attend. Now, it's expected we'll see some new maps and heroes shown off that weren't at BlizzCon, along with some other new information. And of course, the Blizzard PR team is hard at work teasing us with this information. So this last week, they teased us with a new hero with a mock magazine cover. The shot shows a silhouette of a hero we have not seen before and mentions weightlifting. The magazine is also out in Russia. Now, it looks like the hero will be from Russia, obviously, and will be a melee brawler style of character that uses bionic enhancements. Now, the magazine mentions why one lifting legend dropped the weights. Now, the Team Overwatch tweet asks, what caused a weightlifting world champ hopeful to give up fame and glory? Find out in our March issue. This is pretty clear that it has to, March date means PAX East, obviously. And we have a couple different theories in-house on who this article is talking about. And, we've linked to some of that in our show notes. Now, some argue that it's the hero that is the statue in the Overwatch trailer. JR thinks it's a different hero that is way off to the side in one of the art pieces. Time will tell, but we want to know, what do you think? Throw it down in the comments, let us know, and let's finish up with Hearthstone.
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
So last week, we talked about a new patch that got data mined, which had some details on changes coming to spectator mode. Well, this week, we got that new patch. Now you can watch your friends in spectator mode, and when they finish a game and queue up for another, you're still along for the ride. Instead of having to, go back to your friends list and click spectate all over again. It's just a little thing, but you know what? It's a big deal. It's very helpful, makes it a lot easier for people. But I have a feeling there are bigger things coming. Data miners have gotten some new information from the client this week, and it might reveal what we might be seeing from Blizzard at PAX East. Within it are some card backs for Ragnaros, Molten Core, and Golden Celebration. Now, Molten Core's card back has the most curious string associated with it that says Purchase BRM Presale. BRM in this case probably pertains to Blackrock Mountain, where the Molten Core is at. The Ragnaros card back is a seasonal card back, and when or if Blackrock Mountain Adventure Mode gets revealed at PAX East, that's our prediction, we'll probably see the card back for March for those who hit, of course, rank 20 or higher. The Golden Celebration card back is very likely one that will celebrate Hearthstone's 1-year anniversary, which is coming up on March 11th, very, very soon. All these signs point to a new adventure mode being revealed at PAX East again. The BRM presale indicates that a lot like, Curse of Naxxramas, players will be able to purchase the mode in the first month and be awarded with a card back as a result. It's likely we might be fighting through Molten Core's bosses in this adventure mode with Ragnaros as that final boss. Pretty cool, right? And we're fully expecting to see a release date around the end of March or first half of April, as the Hearthstone team will probably, spend the next month just teasing us and revealing all new cards that are going to be a part of the set. So it looks like, this is our prediction, Molten Core will be the big raid for the next adventure mode, and if it's anything like Curse of Naxxramas, we're probably going to see another 30-ish cards added to the game. What do you think, though? Do you think Blizzard's going to reveal this next week? Do you think we're dead on in line, or are we totally off base? Throw it down in the comments and let us know. Now, we want you to subscribe right here to YouTube, iTunes, all of it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. By the way, we may not have a video next week because of PAX East. We'll have to see how our crew there is doing with all that stuff, but be sure to check out the channel and BlizzPro because they're going to have all kinds of information coming from PAX East. BlizzPro TV, you want to listen and subscribe to all of our shows there. West March Workshop, Hearthstone Power Hour, Heroes Power Hour, and Real Life Respec. Me, I'm all over the internet. Twitter, Facebook, I'm a Goodreads author. My book, my first one is out there, kind of everywhere. I'm also, a contributor for bookriot.com and panels.net. If you have questions, shoot us an email at askthebeard@blizzpro.com. And of course, check out blizzpro.com. All the news, reviews, interviews, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. Stay beardy, my friends.